conservative influencer
Yeah.
who just dropped
I saw that.
a major bombshell, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
She's claiming that Elon Musk,
Oh, wow.
the father of her 5-month-old baby.
Wow.
So this would make this Musk's 13th child if it's true.
Oh, my goodness.
So pretty wild stuff.
Yeah.
And he hasn't confirmed or denied anything yet.
Wow.
So that's part of the
Oh, wow.
mystery here.
Yeah.
But before we dive into
Yeah.
all the, juicy details and
Yeah.
speculation,
Right.
let's take a step back
Okay.
and look at the bigger picture.
Sure.
Who is Ashley St. Clair? What's her story?
Well, she's a pretty prominent voice, I would say,
Okay.
in conservative circles.
Mm-hmm.
And she's only 26, but she's
Yeah.
already kind of made a name for herself
Yeah.
as a contributor
Oh,
to the Babylon Bee.
Oh, right. The Babylon Bee.
You've heard of it?
Yeah, yeah.
That satirical news site
Yeah.
with that conservative bent.
Right, right.
And she's even appeared on Fox News.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah,
she's got,
it's out there.
yeah, a bit of a platform already.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I feel like I also remember seeing something about her writing a children's book.
You're right. You're right. Is that right?
She did.
Yeah. Okay.
Elephants Are Not Birds,
Okay.
which is,
Interesting title.
yeah, it's published by Brave Books.
Okay.
And
I don't know that one.
they're a company that really focuses on promoting Christian and conservative values.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that title alone kind of hints at,
Yeah.
A worldview that maybe clashes with, yeah.
Certain progressive narratives.
Sure, for sure.
But, okay, so we kind of have a sense of who Ashley St. Clair is.
Right.
But I think it's how she chose to announce this news
Yeah.
that really speaks to something deeply, don't you think?
I think you're right. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think the way she framed this whole thing
Yeah.
is really interesting. In her post on X,
You okay?
formerly Twitter,
Right, right.
she talks about wanting to protect her child's privacy
Okay.
and expresses this concern about the tabloid media.
Right.
She even uses this Latin phrase.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alea iacta est,
Alea iacta est.
meaning the die is cast.
Okay.
It's very dramatic.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice of words.
Right.
It definitely gives it a sense of gravity.
I think
Like
so.
she's making a bold statement.
Yeah, I think you're right.
More than just a,
Oh, wait.
hey, I had a baby.
Exactly, yeah. There's something else going on here.
Right.
And it's interesting, too, because that kind of resonated with other figures
Okay.
in the conservative sphere.
Mhm.
People like Candace Owens and Jack Posobiec.
Okay, yeah.
They came out in support of St. Clair
Oh, wow.
and criticized any potential media intrusion.
Okay, so they're
Yep.
coming to her defense.
Yeah. They're saying, like, back off.
Right.
Let her have her privacy.
Yeah, and it makes you think about,
Mhm.
I mean, this whole idea of doxing,
Right.
having your personal information
Yeah.
exposed online.
It's a scary thought.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. And it's becoming more and more common.
It is.
And I think for everyday people,
Yeah.
especially parents,
Right.
this is a real fear.
Oh, absolutely.
This is something that,
It's a valid concern.
yeah, they worry about.
In today's world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And it's like, where do we draw the line, right?
Right. Where's
How do we balance this public interest
Yeah.
with the right to privacy,
hmm
especially for people who didn't choose
Yeah.
to be in the spotlight?
Right.
You
Know
know,
what I mean? Yeah.
This baby certainly didn't choose this.
Yeah.
And it gets even more complicated, I think, when you factor in
Yeah.
Elon Musk's existing family
Oh, yeah.
and his very, very public life.
That's a whole other layer to this.
Yeah, we're talking about a man
Yeah.
with 12
The-
other children
There's a lot of kids.
from 3 different women.
Yeah.
It's almost hard to keep track.
I know, right?
He's got 6 children
Right.
with his first wife, Justine Wilson,
Mm-hmm.
then 3 with the musician Grimes.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
A12?
Of course.
I mean, that name alone.
A name that'll never be forgotten.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, it sparked so much conversation.
For sure.
And then there's the 3 children with Siobhan Zillies,
Right.
an executive at his company, Neuralink.
Yeah. It's a lot to keep up with.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
And we've actually
Oh.
seen some of his kids in the public eye lately.
We have, haven't we?
Grimes recently expressed discomfort with their son,
Oh, really?
X,
Yeah.
being used as like a prop
Oh, wow.
at events.
Yeah.
And Musk attended a meeting with India's prime minister
Right.
alongside Zillies and their twins.
Interesting.
So it's just this,
Mhm.
it's a unique family dynamic, to say the least.
It is. It is,
Yeah.
for sure.
And it makes you think about how these public figures manage family lives and protect their children's privacy,
Right.
especially in this age of, constant media coverage.
Yeah, it makes you wonder where are the boundaries.
Right. And how does that impact how we think about privacy and boundaries in our own lives,
Even if we're not billionaires with a dozen kids.
Exactly.
Right.
So we have Ashley St. Clair making this very calculated announcement. And then we have Elon Musk, who has said nothing. It just adds another layer of intrigue to this whole story.
It really does,
Doesn't
it?
It does.
So where do we even begin to unpack this?
Well,
I mean, what clues are out there? What led to this revelation?
I mean, the internet's been buzzing about this.
Of course.
And as always, the internet detectives have been hard at work.
Right, always on the case.
And they've actually dug up this Twitter exchange from November 2023.
Wow, so this goes back
a little while between Musk and St. Clair.
Okay.
Where she mentioned stopping birth control.
Oh, wow.
And Adderall.
Okay.
So pretty personal stuff.
Yeah.
And Musk's response to that tweet was...
What did he say?
For sure.
For sure.
So, I mean, it's definitely raising some eyebrows.
Yeah, for sure.
It's fueling a lot of the speculation.
Yeah, I mean, it makes you wonder what this all means.
It does.
For St. Clair, for Musk.
Right.
For all the families.
Yeah. For everybody involved. And it's
a tangled web.
It is. It's a tangled web.
Yeah.
And it seems to have really struck a chord with a lot of people.
It has. But why?
It's a good question.
Yeah, what is it about this story?
And what's so compelling about it?
Yeah, that is so fascinating to people. It's like, we can't look away.
I think you're right.
So we've got Ashley St. Clair's announcement.
Right.
We've got Elon Musk's silence. We've got the online chatter. The reactions from other public figures.
It's a lot. But what does it all mean?
Right. What does it all mean?
What are the bigger implications here?
Yeah.
That's what we're going to try to unpack in this deep dive.
We're going to get to the bottom of this.
So stay tuned.
Yeah, stay with us. It's fascinating how this story, on the surface, it's about, celebrity paternity claim. But it seems to be tapping into some pretty deep anxieties.
Right.
That a lot of people are feeling.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think there's something about the way Ashley St. Clair framed her announcement.
Right.
The talk of privacy, the fear of the media, that almost defiant tone.
I noticed that too.
It seems to resonate with people who might feel similarly vulnerable.
Especially in this age of social media where everyone's lives are so public.
Yeah.
And there's this constant pressure to share everything.
It's true.
People, whether they're influencers or not, they're more aware than ever of how quickly things can go viral.
It's true.
How easily information can be spread.
Yeah.
And how difficult it can be to control your own narrative.
It's like we're all walking around with this invisible audience, never knowing when something we say or do might be taken out of context.
Absolutely.
Or used against us.
Yeah, and that feeling extends to our families too. Absolutely.
We worry about our kids being exposed to things online.
Of course.
That they're not ready for.
It's a scary world out there.
It is.
It is.
And then you have this added layer of complexity with figures like Elon Musk, who exist in this strange intersection of extraordinary wealth and influence and a very public personal life.
It's a weird combo.
It is. It's a weird combo.
Yeah.
And I think people are fascinated by him.
Of course they are.
But that fascination also comes with a lot of scrutiny.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that scrutiny doesn't just affect him.
Right.
It affects his partners, his children, everyone in his orbit.
It's like a ripple effect.
It is. It's a ripple effect.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder, what's the cost of that level of fame and influence?
Right. What's the trade-off?
Yeah. At what point does the public's right to know infringe on an individual's right to privacy? Especially when kids are involved.
Especially when it comes to children who didn't choose this life.
Right. They didn't ask for this.
I didn't ask for this.
And the lines get even blurrier.
Yeah.
In the digital age.
They do.
Think about those internet sleuths who dug up that Twitter exchange between Musk and St. Clair.
Yeah.
Is that legitimate investigation?
Right.
Or is that an invasion of privacy?
Where do we draw the line?
Where's the line?
Yeah, these are questions I think we're all grappling with.
I think so too.
As we navigate this new landscape of information and technology.
It's uncharted territory.
It really is.
In a lot of ways.
And it's not just about celebrities.
Right.
Or public figures.
It's about all of us.
It's about all of us.
Yeah.
How much are we willing to share?
Right.
How do we protect our privacy and the privacy of our loved ones?
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It is to think about.
Yeah.
How do we engage in online spaces?
Right.
In a way that's both responsible and respectful.
That's the question.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
And it's a lot to think about.
It is.
And it seems like Ashley St. Clair's announcement has intentionally or not sparked a much-needed conversation.
I think you're right.
About these very issues.
I think she has this story, while seemingly focused on this one specific incident, has actually tapped into some broader societal anxieties. And prompted us to examine our own relationship with privacy, celebrity, and the digital world.
That's a good point.
It's a good reminder that even stories that seem far removed from our own lives can offer valuable insights and prompt us to ask important questions about ourselves and the world around us.
It's like a mirror.
It is like a mirror.
Yeah, reflecting back at us.
Reflecting back.
Sometimes it takes a story like this, say a story that captures our attention and sparks debate. To make us pause and really think about these complex issues.
Absolutely.
So where do we go from here?
Right.
What does this mean for Ashley St. Clair? For Elon Musk?
Where does this story go?
Where does this story go from here?
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Musk has remained silent so far.
He has. He has.
But the pressure for him to respond is mounting.
It is. It is.
His decision to acknowledge or ignore the claim will likely have ripple effects. Not only for him and St. Clair, but also for his other partners and children.
And for all of us.
And for all of us.
Watching this unfold, it's a reminder.
It is.
That real lives are at stake here.
I agree.
Yeah.
Regardless of how this particular story plays out, it's clear that the issues it has raised, privacy, digital ethics, the power of online platforms, these will continue to be relevant.
Absolutely.
As we navigate this ever-evolving digital world.
It seems like this is just the beginning of a much larger conversation.
Absolutely.
You know, it really does feel like we're living in this time where the lines between public and private are just constantly being blurred.
You're right.
And this whole situation with Ashley St. Clair and Elon Musk just brings those blurred lines into sharp focus.
It does.
You know?
Yeah.
What does it even mean to have a private life anymore?
Right, especially when you're a public figure. Right. Or even just someone with an online presence.
Right. We all leave these digital footprints, these traces of ourselves online.
We do.
And it's so easy to forget that those traces can be picked up, examined, and sometimes even used against us.
And the thing is, it's not just about celebrities or influencers. It's about all of us. We all have to navigate these complexities.
Right. These questions about what we choose to share, what we try to keep private, and how we protect ourselves and our families,
especially
in this digital age.
Yeah, in this day and age.
So what can we do?
Right.
Are we just at the mercy of the algorithms and the internet sleuths?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think stories like this can actually empower us.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. They remind us to be mindful of our digital footprint, to think critically about the information we consume and share, and to set boundaries for ourselves and our families.
I like that it's not about retreating from the online world altogether, but about engaging with it in a more conscious,
more intentional way.
Yeah. I think that's a good point.
And it's about having these open conversations about these issues, talking to our kids about online safety.
Yeah, that's so important.
It is. Yes. And supporting each other as we navigate this ever-evolving digital landscape.
Yeah. It's a lot to think about.
It is. It is.
But it's important.
It's necessary.
Yeah.
You know, we have to have these conversations. And maybe, just maybe, these kinds of conversations can help us create a more responsible and respectful digital world.
That's the hope.
It is.
Well, listeners, we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
In this deep dive.
A lot.
We talked about Ashley St. Clair's announcement.
Right.
Elon Musk's silence.
Yeah.
The reactions from the public. other figures,
all of it,
and the broader implications for all of us.
Yeah, I mean, this story has really touched on so many different things.
It has.
You know, we've explored the anxieties this story has tapped into.
Yeah.
The fear of media scrutiny, the loss of privacy in the digital age,
right.
the challenges of navigating an increasingly public life.
It's a lot.
And I think this story has shown us how these issues are interconnected and how they impact all of us,
right,
whether we're in the spotlight or not.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah. So as we wrap up,
okay,
we'll leave you with this question.
Okay.
What does the story make you think about your own digital life?
Oh, that's a good question.
What steps can you take
to
protect your privacy and the privacy of your family?
That's something for everyone to think about.
It is.
For sure.
Remember, you have more control than you might think.
Okay.
You have the power to choose what you share, to set boundaries, and to engage in the digital world in a way that feels safe and empowering.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good note to end on.
It is.
Well, thanks for diving deep with us today.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
For another fascinating exploration into the stories that shape our world.
Looking forward to it.